for a minute and let's talk about true love. Cause once guys in the mix, ain't no way we ever split up. Never giving up, even if the road gets tough. Tap in with Kingdom Marriage Podcast. We got that game of faith, hope, and love. Tune in for a minute and let's talk about true love. Cause once guys in the mix, ain't no way we ever split up. Never giving up, even if the road gets tough. Tap in with Kingdom Marriage Podcast. We got that game of faith, hope, and love.
Hey guys, we are back with Kingdom Marriage
Podcast.
Yes. And please forgive us. We know we normally drop on Monday night, but there was so much going on. We had so much things we had to do, and we said we have to make time to record and put this out for you guys. So we decided to send this out on a Tuesday. So we asked that you will grab his spouse. Come on in.
There is room.
There is room, right in your front room, right in your room. Come on in, take a seat. Today's topic is Before You Say I Do. And before we get into today's topic, I know you guys, some of you might know, some of you, this might be your first time. We have an online site called
www.evangelistnow.com.
And that's where we sell merch, faith-based apparel. We have on one now. This is not online yet, but we have so many. Can't wait. So many good items that will be coming in very, very, very soon. But we have some there already. Can you please? We just ask that you can please support the business by sharing, by purchasing. He also have his first book, the ebook. And you can support for all those men out there. Royalty is your DNA. Yes, grab a book, an ebook, or a hard copy. We deliver, we ship. Just
anywhere in the world.
You could just jump on the site, like we said, www.evangelistnow.com, and be a blessing to us. That's all we ask, for you to be a blessing to our online business, and we would appreciate it very much. So We're going to get on down to the business.
Yup. Ain't nothing more I like but getting down into the business. So before you say I do. So even now, y'all start sharing this with your single friends.
Yeah.
Start sharing this with your single friends. Start sharing this with your single friends, the friends who you know have a girlfriend, boyfriend.
Those that are engaged. Really?
Yeah. Kingdom Marriage, this episode, this for y'all. So go ahead and share.
And we're not just building any marriages. We are building kingdom marriages. I think it's so important for us to stress that we are building kingdom marriages.
Not for your glory, not for my glory, but for His glory.
Of God.
Yes, sir.
That's what we are doing. Building kingdom marriages all over. I think it is now time for us to rise up and take a stand and make a difference and be like examples and role models to so many out there.
Truly be the light on the hill that people can see, that light
that light that shines.
Because marriages has been in a dark place for a while now. So it's time to get your marriage to be the light that shines on what God has designed marriage to be.
You can do it.
Marriages
can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We can.
You can do it. We can do it. We can make a difference. We can come together. And this is a place where we can come together. We can grow. You can even drop comments and questions in it. And let's have a conversation.
Yeah. I believe that this Kingdom Marriage Podcast, I see God creating this to be a community.
Yeah.
It's a community.
I see so much more from it.
Yeah, we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together. We're going to go through some stuff, but we're going to go through it together. This is kingdom. That's what kingdom is.
And we
a community.
Helping each other. Because in marriages, we all go through things in life, and you just want to know that you have a next couple out there that, went through it, and now look at them. They are striving. They are walking in their purpose. So we can help each other. We can definitely
And
help each other.
and this is why we ask y'all to comment. This is why we
Yeah.
ask y'all to share. Let us
Let
know.
us know how we was how
Let us know
how
what's your take on it.
yeah, what's your take?
Because
And
you could help
what
us.
yes, and what do you learn from it?
Yeah,
And
let us know.
how were we a blessing to you
Like,
guys?
what do you want to talk about? Let us know. Let's have those conversations. Let's have that time. So, without further ado, we're going to get into it because we
Yes,
gave
I
you all time to share, like, maybe subscribe if you could. But we gave you time. So, all right, let's get into before you say I do. Now, in a Christian marriage, it's important to ensure that you have a deep understanding of your spouse and what marriage actually is. Marriage is a sacred bond between you
And your spouse.
and your spouse.
So let me just plug in right there. So that's dating is, I feel dating is definitely important because that opened the door for you to get to know your spouse. When we say dating, we mean like y'all could go out, y'all could have just where it's a time where y'all could actually have a conversation because it's so important to be with someone who have a conversation. You know, we so in this generation we just text and everything through messages.
Face to
But
face.
it's
Face
a
to
face-to-face
face.
conversation because you don't want to go into a marriage where there is no communication and then you want to be mad at your spouse because you don't know how to communicate. But from y'all was in a relationship, you're never before marriage,
You would never put in a situation where y'all actually had to communicate.
communicate or have a conversation.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But listen, this is why we giving them 4 vital points.
Okay, let's go.
So here are the 4 vital points. Now, like our pastors say, write this down now. Write this down. Y'all write.
notepad.
Take out your notepad. Write this down.
Notepad and your pen.
So the first thing is the essential thing is knowing their relationship with God. Where does your partner stand with God? The foundation of a Christian marriage is built upon your shared faith in God. So now you got to be discussing your prayer life, the beliefs. You know, some people is Christian, some people is Christian, and some people ain't Christian enough. So you got to find out what you getting into, and then you have some say, well, you know, maybe God has called me to save him when we get married, or save her when we get married. But you have to understand, like, you have to know, like, if they actually even believe in God, like if they even open to that in the future.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you might be marrying an atheist. You know, I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
so, boy,
these
it's
the
one of
tough
these
conversations.
that you need to have.
You have to know.
You have to.
You have to know. You have to know. And I know it's a lot of people who probably watching this saying, oh, but God can do all things. He can do all things. Yes, he is a God that can do all things. He can change that person and shift that person. But you may be picking up an assignment that wasn't meant for you.
Oh, Jesus.
That may not be your assignment. So that goes into point 2. You have to know their commitment to biblical principles. Biblical?
Yeah.
Biblical. Yeah, I was right. Okay. You have to know their commitment. Like, you got to know that, okay, does this person even, okay, they believe in God, but do they believe in prayer?
Yeah.
Do they even believe in fasting? Like, these are the things you all have to come together and figure out, because
Do
that
they believe in the Bible?
I believe in God, but do they believe in the God of Jesus?
Believe in
Jeez.
the Bible? Because you know, some people is be like, man,
Mom made that Bible.
anything.
Huh?
So,
Just-
do you believe in the
You-
and this all come
you see
under the biblical principle?
You see them watching Harry Potter, and you telling them, oh, why are you watching all the fictional stuff and all these warlocks, and you reading the Bible, and the Bible just like this. That's fiction. That's fiction. So your beliefs are totally different. Yin and yang. Not yin and yang, because yin and yang has become together. But it's different. Yeah. That's an old soul. But you gotta know, like, are they committed to God? Like, for real? Like, what are the characteristics do they carry? These are the things. The third one is their expectation of marriage. What do
are
you
you
expect?
expecting?
What do they expect? Oh, but we
Being
just
in a
date.
marriage.
I don't have to know that now. We just dating.
No.
You have to know.
You
What y'all dating for? What are you dating to? What is
What
the
are-
next step?
Yeah,
Like,
what is the next step?
Like-
What is the next step in that relationship? Okay, you're together. Now, literally, what is the next step? That's important for you single ones. What is the next step?
what's the next
Ask
step?
him, ask her. Now, what is the next step? Before you even say yes, you need to know, okay, what are you expecting now in this marriage?
In this marriage, like, what are your responsibilities? What is the finances? What are your career topics? Like
Family planning,
family planning,
like
personal
your
goals.
your personal goals.
What are
your
we on the
family
same
goals.
page
Are
with?
we on the same track?
These are things you have to know before you say I do. You don't just jump into these things and not have certain conversations. As simple as telling Jasonique, I mean, yes, I like my tea. I like my tea in the morning. As simple as that.
Yeah.
That's
So I know in the morning I gotta get him some tea, and how he like his tea with
when I was working my job. What I did ask? The only thing I asked, you good?
so it's tea
And what else? She don't even remember how long I've
and
been working.
iron his clothes.
Bup, 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 bup. Bup, bup, bup. And I didn't even want the pants tie, and I only wanted to do the shirt.
And when he get ready, if he could go with them clothes, Masha.
If I could not have the shirt, and
But,
if the
but it's good wife ain't gonna let him go. That was
but
Masha.
a simple dose was dying nothing. But that was something that I liked, and she honored that. She honored that. I know when I wake up in the morning, if I can make a bottle or two, she honors that.
I didn't even get before. Just see with the children. They help
Just
me
help
with the
me
kids.
with the children. She honors that. That's just what it was. That's just what it was. I knew when we first get married, I get up in the morning, I go to pray. I go to pray when I go pray, and I come back, the tea there, this there. Oh, don't let me miss and wash a dish or two. Oh, she. Whew,
my
that's
days.
that's probably how Tanisha get made. I just being honest.
Anyways, that's a different topic on a different
No, but
day.
but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's the small things, and these are the things you have to know. You have to know
And
that.
that's how you have to know your partner. That's important in knowing your partner, what they like, what satisfies them, and all of that.
And just being honest, and being because we said we were gonna be open with this whole podcast, even with when we first got married. Before we got married, or two of us made an agreement to each other to say, we're gonna find our own church home.
Yeah. Oh.
We said that, okay,
That's-
I know you go to church where your mommy and your Grammy go. I go to church with my mother and my
and that's
father.
a lot.
We didn't want to go to either. Like, not saying we didn't want to go to either. Like,
We just
I
wanted-
wasn't. We wanted something different for us.
We wanted something different, and we wanted something different, and we, even though we wanted it different, we wanted each other to know as well, like, okay, that church, no, that church, no, but let's come together as one, and let's make a decision together on where we would go. And not only with us two, we brought it to God. We said, God, now if we decide to go to a different church, we need you to direct us to the church that we can grow as a family, we can grow personally, and a church that we will be able to use our gifts and our talents. That was always our prayer. We didn't just move from our previous church just like that. We moved because we wanted to move together in a new place because now we got married and we wanted to make that decision
wanted to do it
together
together and do it differently.
and do it different.
And the funny part about it is, just like anything, when you let God get in the midst, it does not look the way that you thought it would look. Because
The
the
church
church
we
where we
was
thought
eyeing,
we never made it to, we actually went there after we end up.
being honest at our church
Exactly.
we are at now. But when we was looking, we had a church in mind and we was like,
Yeah.
okay, we going
And
to
we would
that
go in and we
church.
say, you know what, let's visit this church quick.
Yeah, we're gonna invite to visit the church that we're to now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Every
just go.
time we said we're gonna go to the church we wanted to go to, something would come up, or he would have a ministry engagement somewhere else, or something that we would never visit this church.
And
And until we got invited to the church we're to, that's when automatic I said,
this is
I
it.
think this is it. But we prayed. We didn't
prayed.
move fast.
It wasn't no hasty decision.
No, we didn't move fast. We prayed and we asked God. And every time we go to church, like the word was just speaking to us.
This
The
is
word
you.
was just
This for you.
speaking to us. This is
Yeah, this
I
for
said,
you.
this
Yeah, this for
place
you.
is
That's all.
good grounds. That's what I told him. I said, and he wanted to make sure. I said, I was ready from the beginning.
Yeah, she's.
I said, but we're gonna do this together. So when you ready, we can go and be honest.
And God made both ready.
Both of us
we did
ready,
it.
and we did it. And guess what? After we joined the church we're at now,
I had a ministry assignment.
He had a ministry
to that
assignment to the church we always wanted to go to. I'm like, God, or you something else, but that's how God is protect you and keep you. Some things you
That's just
don't
what it is.
understand. When he's leading and directing you a different route, you're trying to figure out why every time I try to go that way, something distract me and pull me the next way. It's because God don't want you to go that way. God is taking you another route because another route have destiny, have purpose, man.
It's
Listen.
a word. It's a word. It's a word.
So,
But
we finally reached that church and we was like, God,
you
made a good decision.
you know what you were doing. I'm not saying the church was bad. It's
No,
just
it wasn't for us.
it just wasn't for us.
It wasn't
It
for us.
just wasn't
God,
for
you know
us.
what you was doing.
You know what
But
you were doing.
We are so grateful for the church we are in now because we are able to grow, able to learn faith, and we appreciate our church. Yeah.
And this is why it's so important, because none of that would have happened if we didn't have those conversations.
Yeah.
And really trying to pinpoint the direction we wanted to go in, and it shows the compatibleness. It shows the compatibleness. It's my word. Okay, it shows us being compatible. That we were on one accord. We were planning to do this, and this is what we did. So it is very important to understand the expectations of marriage from you and your spouse. Now, this is a big one. Their past and personal growth. Their past and personal growth. Wait,
just check.
you can say it. You can say it. Let me see if you can say it. Let me just off camera chasing niggas. Like, I just gotta know if you was dating a shooter. I gotta know if you was dating a hitman.
I need to know about your past. I need to know who you was. I need to know if you was dealing with a crazy person. I need to know what I'm getting myself into because I need nobody to come look for me at nighttime. But no, on the real though, seriously, seriously, you have to some stuff. You will have to let your partner know. Hey, I need you to know this about my past. You have to bring that to the table. Because when y'all get married, you don't want to cause damages to your marriage. Hey, this is what I was dealing with. And I needed help with this. So I just wanted you to know just in case you see it show back up. I need to bring this to you so that you can know. This is all preparing you before you say I do. We are trying to help you. We are trying to build you up before you say I do, so that when you go into the marriage, y'all would already then spoken about these things, and it helps you a bit. Because being in a marriage, I don't care what, when you could date, you could learn before the marriage, but you still learn. Up to the day, I'm still learning
Still learning?
new things about him.
The learner.
So We're just trying to help the best way we can
Yeah.
with the Holy Spirit leading us. And so it's so important to let them know about the past, whatever. Even now, think in this moment what you need to let your soon to be spouse know in this moment.
And let them
Even
know.
those that are already married, what in the past that you are hiding and you feel on your heart that is tugging you that you need to let your spouse know, speak now.
Hey, and here's a word from God right quick. Let me help you all out. Y'all hot up to be married? Cool. Be hot up. Get hot. That's what he wants you to do. Get hot. Honest, open, and transparent. Since y'all want to be hot up to be married,
Yeah.
get hot then.
Honest.
Be honest, open, and
open,
transparent. Talk to your spouse. Let them know. Wait, this was going on in the past, but I get a girl who's my ex. She crazy because now you have your wife dealing with you have your wife feeling like she fixed or something going on with her because you got like old bear working against her. These real
Yeah.
things. We talking about
real
we being real. All right.
Sorry.
Your wife dealing with mental battles, and it's because of a spiritual something.
Yeah.
It's because a plan and that's being sent from the enemy.
Yeah.
You have your girlfriend
From your past.
right. Your girlfriend is now being tormented. Your fiance is being tormented, and she don't know. She never had this
She don't
feeling
know
before.
all kind of things,
but
funny
because
things happening. It's
it
because
coming
of
off of you,
yeah.
and because she looking for a natural cure to something that's spiritually happening, it's not being fixed. Now you wondering, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on with me? When the whole time you don't have the full story. This is why
He didn't let you know about the past.
y'all want to get hot up, but go get hot then. Be honest, open, and transparent.
It's important.
Have the
Have the
conversations.
conversation. Even if it's hard, some things might be so hard, whereas you was dealing with having same-sex feelings.
Honest.
So you love, say you're male, you love women, but your past you are attracted to men and you feel somewhat you still eye them a bit or you feel you just need help, and how could you tell your spouse that?
Let me tell you something.
That's
If God sent her for you, she understands.
yeah,
that.
you have to
be
be
honest with you,
open.
but you don't know what someone understands unless
Unless
you tell them. And you have
You
to
have to be
be
open. Hey,
open.
this is something I struggle with. God delivered me. I just want to let you know. So if you see someone in the past, say, hey, you know that about your husband. Hey, you know that about your wife.
It don't
Yes,
blind.
that's the past.
It
He
don't
already told me. She
blindside them.
already, she already tell me. So what you trying to cause between this? You see what I mean? So it's so important. You have to be open, honest, open and transparent about everything before you say I do.
It's listen to me. Marriage is supposed to be for the long run, not a short run. This ain't a little fling.
And that too. Marriage is, you think you're coming in marriage because okay, you save, but you know you like to have sex, and I just want a spouse because I want someone to lay in bed with. If that's your thinking,
Child,
you don't need to get married.
I might as well tell you.
Because it's way beyond that.
It's bigger than sex. It's bigger than you and your spouse. It's listen, this is so you gotta understand.
That's why the enemy fight it so much, because of what marriage carry. If you understand the power in unity, you would see why the devil ain't gonna fight nothing what don't make sense. Why he attack marriages so much?
And from time, God has been trying to get you all to understand the power in unity. When He see,
Oh, good.
you got Adam and Eve, power unity. But when He start the world over, when the world was flooded. Every animal, two by two. Every animal, two by two, two by two, two by two. He was calling, even the animals were married.
2 by 2.
Two by two,
My God, not
one by
or
one,
3 by 3.
or three by three,
2 by 2.
two by two. So the snake, them, they had to leave they sweetheart behind. Just being honest. I just being honest. If the birds could fly so high, why birds was in the boat?
My God.
Because he was asking them to be in unison with what he was dealing
What
with.
he was
God's
doing.
agenda.
Ah.
This isn't
Your
about
unity
you.
is not just about you.
It is
It's
not about
kingdom. That's why we are building kingdom
Kingdom.
marriages.
kingdom.
Kingdom
I
marriages.
even want to speak to the person that you have to speak to. You have to find out from your spouse, like, am I dating a jealous person? Do I find myself only celebrating their wins and they don't celebrate my wins? Do they say some off the wall stuff like, I must find some sympathy for them? Like they make my celebration all about them. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I didn't have a good day.
Am
Or
I
not-
dating someone that makes me feel less than I am?
These are the things.
Am I dating someone that don't applaud me when I look good? Or am I dating someone that don't make me feel good? Or why are you so fat? Or why are you so skinny? Or why are you eating all that food? Why you're
Before
not eating
you
all
say
that?
I do, that's
Come
all I
on.
hearing.
These are signs
Before you say I do.
say I do. Look at the signs. They are there. Do not make the foolish mistake your parents made. Do not make the foolish mistake your friends made, because you see everyone is getting married. You feel, I know we always say that you feel you should do it, but before you say I do, look at the sign. You be the one to change, that make the right decision and say, hey, my marriage is gonna be of kingdom marriage, kingdom business, the agenda of one, and that's Jesus Christ.
We had some friends this weekend when we were watching them their Instagram. We noticed they've been to a lot of wedding showers this weekend, and the Holy Spirit brought in my mind just now how that could play a toll on the single person that's, oh man, it's gonna be my wedding. So they will do anything to have those moments. You know what I mean? They dream of a wonderful wedding, a wonderful wedding shower.
Yeah.
But they missed the mark on having a wonderful marriage. Because it was all wrapped around the focus of
The wedding.
the events. The events.
But when the events are over, when the doors are closed, behind the scenes now, what next?
What's next?
What next?
Are you where you're supposed to be? Are you with who you're supposed to be with? Is it structured kingdom? These are the questions. These are the things you have to know before you say, I do.
And God is helping you guys out. These are for the single ones now, the ones that are in a relationship, about to be married. God is helping you out, because what He is doing now is some marriages are really just being ordained by God, and they are happening quick.
Swift.
You might see someone who was single last year and they are married next year, and you're trying to figure out, like, what's going on now?
How?
That's God. God is doing some things.
So I don't want this podcast to scare you and make you feel like, oh, God didn't tell you. Because when God tell you, you know God tell you.
You know.
So you gotta know these things before you say I do too. You have to understand that God is doing some stuff quick. He is making some stuff happen quick. quick. You like, but she just was dating that next person. How she get going with him and she marrying him? Boy, that was quick, hey? Yeah, you right. You stay out of them and God business.
That was quick. She pregnant. Eh? What happened? No, 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 no. That ain't for you to worry about.
It's not. It's not. Definitely not.
And you don't worry about them and what they have to say. Because God is moving quick. He is accelerating some stuff and some marriages. God is allowing it to happen within a year, within months. God Himself is doing this. So now He just needs you to continue to work on yourself before you say I do. It's happening quick. You're trying to figure out, Lord, why so much is going on? He's preparing you for the next. He's preparing you for the next. So everything is around you is happening so fast, like it is like a tornado. It is moving so fast because where God is about to push you and about to catapult you, it's about to be quick.
See, those people who you see, they are prepared already. They were being prepared behind closed doors. Things that you didn't see happen were happening in their minds, were happening in their bodies, were happening in their spiritual and downtime with God. They were able to communicate. God taught them, okay, now, this is how to be obedient.
Yes.
This is how to submit.
Yes.
This is what it looks like. See, some of you were so busy trying to find the husband of your flesh and not the husband of your spirit that was actually a part of you, was a part of your rib. See, when Eve was created for Adam, he teared past the flesh and grabbed the rib. We too focused on flesh.
My God, come on, sir.
That's the problem. So when you take, when you skip over and dig past the flesh, you will begin to find your next, your husband, your wife. You would understand the connection. So those speedy marriages, what you seeing, don't think that, they just happening on the thin air. God, these are some faithful people who've been travailing, who's been waiting, who's been renewed in their minds, been renewed in their hearts, and who are ready to commit and submit.
Yeah.
Until you are ready to commit and submit, you'll be waiting forever. You in the waiting room. You wonder why they ain't calling your number.
You will be waiting.
Say, hold on, but I was 36, but they just called 39. Yeah, you gotta wait a little longer because God is waiting. God is waiting on you to get into Him.
Jeez. Yeah.
So He can get that thing to you. See, we have a mistake by thinking that God comes into our presence. No, we go into His. That's the mistake. So He's not waiting to come into your presence. Your presence is nothing. He's waiting on you to get into His presence. And then you'll be ready to say, I do.
Ooh.
Man.
Kingdom marriage.
So
Kingdom marriage. I honestly,
I don't even understand.
she must got a top on that a different part to it.
You got a part two because I haven't reached it.
As part two.
I haven't reached it. We got to do part two, y'all. We got to do part two.
I think that's a lot right there.
So, y'all.
I honestly have nothing else to say. I let my husband finish.
I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up. Take heed and remember what we spoke about. Yeah. Remember the 4 points. Their relationship with God, their commitment to biblical principles, their expectations of marriage, and their past and personal growth. Along with those 4 points, please understand God is waiting on you to get in His presence. He's waiting on you to push past flesh and dig deeper, because that's what He did with Adam concerning Eve.
Yes. So guys,
thank you.
Listen, some things he said, it was just let the spirit take control, and we hope you were blessed by this and pray
God,
that
we
this
thank you, Lord.
made some sort of difference and answer some questions. Pray that we give confirmation that every marriage that God ordained shall come forth. Kingdom marriage shall come forth out of your marriage. Kingdom marriage, marriages with purpose, marriages that are going to be set on the hill. They're going to be the light of
Right.
many others, to your children, to the upcoming generation. Marriage with change, marriages that are birthed from God Himself are coming forth. And guess what? Yours is one. So be blessed and tune in when we be back with part 2 before you say I do.
Before you say I do, part 2.
Part 2.
We love y'all.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
And see y'all next week. We will be on Monday.
Be blessed.